Oh, my tachometer needle broke. Dang it. This thing's I know I wasn't getting on it. I wasn't, you know, driving it crazy. But again, I'm in my neighborhood. So, you know, I don't want to drive too crazy. We gotta save that for off-road. I will admit, it is on the slower side. So, it's, you know, not, I may have to play around with the gearing yet again. But so far, oh, that's not good at all. How long was this dragging on the ground? This oh boy. This has the battery in it. Oh man. I hope this wasn't dragging on the ground the entire time. Yeah, that's that's I gotta fix that. Alright, we finally got to test drive this thing. I will admit, it is on the slower side than I kind of expected. It is geared for off-road. Remember, I did put a 10-tooth sprocket on the engine. I geared this thing to be more of an off-road vehicle. The awesome thing about how this is set up, we can always change the gearing. It takes like 5 minutes to slap a bigger or smaller sprocket on the engine, and then because we're using a chain tensioner, we just have to move it and retension the chain. So what I'm probably going to do is leave the gearing how it is for off-road. Then if we want to take it on-road, if we want to go a little bit faster, I can just simply slap a bigger sprocket on here. So I know I'm going to get a lot of comments. Ah, that thing's so slow. Now, I wasn't driving it as fast as possible. I didn't want to send it through my entire neighborhood. I didn't want to speed through my neighborhood. I didn't want to drive it as fast as possible just because I don't want to tick off any of my neighbors. I don't want them to call the cops. I don't want to get in trouble with the cops. I just wanted to test drive this thing, see how well it works, see how well the brakes work, see how well the steering works, see how well everything, just check everything. Just make sure the engine's not going to blow up, make sure the front wheels aren't going to fall off, make sure the pedals aren't going to fall off or anything, and everything seemed to work great. Now, I'll admit it kind of could use some power steering and power brakes. The steering's a little bit, you know, you got to muscle it when you're going slow. The brakes do work, but you definitely have to step on them pretty hard to make them work. The suspension works pretty well. I know everybody has been saying, what a waste of these awesome shocks with the horrible geometry, but they do work. Also, people have been saying, I have been reading the comments, you guys have been saying bigger tires. Now, I do agree with you guys. The front tires look fine. They look fine. The back tires could use to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to look into buying some bigger tires for the back. As far as everything else, the engine seemed to work fine. It did smoke a lot. Every time I stopped, I looked behind me and there was like a plume of smoke coming. It's not smoking from out the mufflers, it's smoking from like underneath the engine. I'm wondering if like oil's dripping and it's getting on the mufflers and that's just smoking. I'm hoping it's not a fire issue, that's why I put a fire extinguisher right there. Yes, the battery did fall off. I'm not sure how long it was dragging on the ground, not sure how long I was driving it while it had fallen off. But at least the battery didn't explode in there. That's nice. I am working on part 15 right now. We're building a custom gas tank. I think you can see it right there on the desk. Yeah. I'm putting some gas tank sealer. It has it dries for like 3 days, so it still has like another day left of drying. Part 15 is just going to be installing a better gas tank, working on some bugs, working on some issues, putting some limiting straps, possibly installing a winch. And then I'll definitely upload this video before that video, and then the next video after that one of this project is hopefully going to be an off-roading test. I'm going to hopefully take this thing off-roading, maybe a collaboration with Redbeard, take this thing to Windrock or someplace like that, and see what this does off-road. But as far as everything else, it works fine. It seems to handle fine. The suspension works fine. Gears work fine, the steering works fine, the brakes work fine, everything seems to work great. It's just I need to be able to take this somewhere to be able to see what it actually can do. But yeah, let's end this video. Now I have to thank Go Power Sports for sending me the parts I've used for this project. I also have to thank Auxbeam for sending me the lights. I'll be leaving links for everything in the description below. Go check that out. But I gotta end this video here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see ya in the next video. Before I end this, I definitely want to paint this project. I don't want this to be just another thing that sits outside under a tarp for a year until I paint it. I definitely want to paint this. I definitely need to prove it works. Definitely prove that it doesn't need an engine change. It doesn't need tinkering. It doesn't need any other. That's what I like to do. I don't want to paint something until I absolutely know I'm done working on it. It's perfect. It doesn't need any modifications. Doesn't need any changes. But I think with this, it works well enough. I definitely want to take it off-road, see how well it works, see if the engine can hold up to taking it off-road. And if it works, I want to paint it. Now, I need to know the color of what color we are painting this. You guys have been saying when I started building this project, possibly clear coating it, because I'll admit, I do like the look of all the metal, bare metal look. I do like that look. I did think about clear coating it. That is an option. Other options are possibly blue, but that's a little, nah. I could paint this gray, or I could paint it black. I could paint it, I don't know. What do you guys think? What color should I paint this? Should I clear coat it? Should I paint it color? What secondary color should I paint it? Let me know what color you guys think I should paint this thing.
Yeah, this thing's kind of smoking a bit. Not really sure where it's coming from. Ow, don't grab the muffler. Let's hope this thing doesn't burst into flames. Oh boy.